And inside
Kickoff return.
Alabama Christian territory goes Damian Tate. And an excellent way to start this one off. Bayside Academy losing the opening coin toss, and then obviously opting to defer was Alabama Christian, and Damian Tate gets the first opportunity and brings it out to the 48-yard line. So a very nice way to start things for Bayside Academy. Final game of the regular season. But of course there is football in the future of both of these squads, the 7-2 Admirals and the 6-3 Eagles. Eagles won it a year ago over Bayside Academy, and Bayside Academy would love to exact a little revenge on a not particularly chilly, kind of a pleasant Friday night here in the capital city. And going upstairs immediately, passes out of reach for Uter. Incomplete, brings up a 2nd down and 10.
Sammy Dunn's pass incomplete, intended for Miles.
Big
Uter.
year for Sammy Dunn.
2nd and 10.
Sophomore quarterback who got a start as a freshman. Of course, had that injury a year ago and did not get to complete the year, but a full campaign in his sophomore season. Has thrown for a ton of yardage and about that many TDs as well on a 2nd down and 10. Playing at the home of Faulkner University, not on the campus of Alabama Christian. Pitch out goes to Broadhead. Broadhead inside the 45. He will pound his way to the 42.
Number 11,
And it'll be 3rd down and noticeably more manageable. It is a 3rd down and 4. Football at the 42. Opening moments of this one, senior night for Alabama Christian. They recognized senior band members, cheerleaders, and football players. And of course, Bayside would love to spoil senior night. Hand off to Broadhead. Got running room inside the 30, down to the 26-yard line. Sticks will move, and it is 1st and 10 for Bayside Academy.
Well done.
Only a couple of regular season losses for Bayside. They came to the top 2 teams in the region. And I say the top 2, actually. I've not seen the final standings. There were 3 teams with an equal region mark, and then you had to go into that tiebreaker scenario, which basically requires a lawyer. Uter again, the intended target. An incomplete pass will bring up a 2nd down and 10. So Dunn upstairs twice, and both times incomplete. 43-18 was the final score in last year's battle. And it was an Eagle victory. In the region, Jackson winds up 9-0. And, of course, that's overall in-region play 7-0. And then you got the 3 teams at 5-2. T.R. Miller, Bayside Academy, and St. Michael. As it is inside the red zone down to the 12. Another 1st down for the Admirals. 1st down and 10. Done. Excellent field position to begin with. It started inside Eagle territory at the 48. And has made its way down to the 12-yard line. Big thanks last week, by the way, as the pitch goes to Broadhead, and Broadhead stunner steps his way inside the 10 down to the 7. But thank you very much to Dallas Renzi. Kind of a baptism by fire for Dallas. We sent him to Satsuma and said, "You're on your own." Sent him a camera up, Amy Zanani. And had a little bit of a technical issue, but able to get you a picture and get you the sights and sounds in Satsuma. It saw Bayside come away victorious, picking up their 7th win of the year. Broadhead inside the 5, pounding his way down to the 3, carrying Eagles with him to near the end zone, down to the 1-yard line.
Broadhead again on the carry.
And that'll be enough for the first. It will be 1st and goal. Bayside Academy, an impressive opening drive of the football game. Barrett Trotter's first year here at Bayside Academy has been a successful one. And that little skid about midway through to Jackson and T.R. Miller. And I think the one that really Has the Admirals disgruntled as Dunn takes the snap, pounds his way into the end zone from a yard out, and Bayside on the board. So Sammy Dunn with a 1-yard touchdown plunge. And Bayside takes the early 6-0 lead on a 48-yard drive that consumed a little less than 3 minutes. Thomas Cunningham set to boot the extra point out of the hold of Wills Norton. And Bayside drawing first blood in this one. Bayside has scored 268 points coming in. So now at 274, and that should make it 275. 7-zip advantage. Bayside coverage tonight. Brought to you by Gulf City Body and Trailer Works.
Admirals 7, AHSAA Eagles 0. Number 8, Thomas Cunningham to kick for the Admirals. Number 1, AC Walters.
Early 7-zip advantage. Bayside, 9:10 to play in the opening quarter. Down to the 6-yard line goes the kick. Return starts there. Penalty flags fly in. First of the ball game as the return is out to the 27. And there is more than a single flag. There are several. So let's sort this out.
On the return, there's a flag on the play.
TJ Merritt, the 5'8" junior, on the return, but there's a hold on the return, so half the distance made will be negated. So a good start to a Friday night of football here in Montgomery. Bayside with the touchdown, 48-yard, 2-minute and 50-second drive. And then the opening drive of the football game for the Eagles,
First down and 10 at the 12-yard line.
shoved back to the 12 because of the holding infraction. And it is first down and 10. Couple of receivers to both sides. Football spotted at the 12. And there's another penalty flag. This one is going to be charged Bayside offside.
Be first and 5 at the 17-yard line.
Got Christian Snipes, the tight end and defensive lineman, 6'2", 225-pounder, lined up in the backfield, I thought at the QB spot. Maybe some kind of wildcat formation to begin with, but the 5-yard mark off for offsides might give us a more traditional look, but nope. Still got Snipes in the backfield. Handoff given, not a lot of running room to the right side. As a matter of fact, nothing to the right side. A loss of a yard. On the carry by David Ramirez-Ortiz.
Ramirez, the ball carrier, met by number 14, Burt Brown for the Admirals. No gain.
Loss of a yard brings up a 2nd down and 6. Football back to the 16-yard line. Well, hard to believe a season that began 10 weeks ago. Well, actually 11 when you consider the open week. Out of the 25-yard line. Well, there's the reason you got a tight end at quarterback. That is Christian Snipes.
First down.
He'll pick up the first across the 25 to the 26.
26-yard line.
But 11 weeks ago it all started, and here we are at the end of the regular season, getting ready to move into the part of the season that really counts. First down and 10. And Snipes Though a big guy and tight end who typically is going to catch passes will throw passes. Incomplete.
Christian Snipes pass intended for number 7, Ari Bowman.
Trying to get it to Ari Bowman. 5'11" wide receiver, the senior. So thus far tonight, we've seen 3 passes, 1 from Snipes and 2 from Dunn, and they're all incompletions. And it is a 2nd down and 10 with the football at the 26. Inside 8 minutes to play here in the opening stanza. Snipes looks like he wants to pass again. Rolls out, fires incomplete. Didn't really have Ortiz open, well covered, but incomplete brings up a 3rd down and 10. Football still at the 26. That's right about where it was returned by Merritt. Merritt brought it out to about the 27, but then the penalty yardage on the hold pushed them back to the 12. And now they're back to about where this particular drive began, at the 26-yard line. 3rd down and 10. Snipes goes to Milner. Milner dropped behind the line of scrimmage at the 25. And it appears we will get our first punt of the night.
On the carry for the Eagles, brought down by number 11, Teague Broadhead.
So Broadhead, who's been very productive tonight on the offensive side of the football field for Bayside. Now on the defensive side, contributes with a stop. It'll bring Jackson, Burton, Eliahan.
Number 10, Wills Norton.
Out to kick.
For the Admirals.
Wills Norton standing back at his 45 to receive. Could be another start of a Bayside drive that's inside Alabama Christian territory. Depends on the kick. High snap. Line drive kick. It will take a very favorable Eagle roll down to the 30-yard line. And that turns into a 46-yard effort. And Bayside, I guess you like saying this, the worst field position of the night at the 29. If the 29 is as bad as it gets, might be a pretty good night. 1st down and 10. 2nd drive of the football game for Bayside. Opening drive ended with a 1-yard touchdown plunge by Sammy Dunn. Dunn with a 3-receiver set to this side, 1 to the opposite. Lone setback is Cade Lyons. Pass over the middle, incomplete. Just a little bit behind Uter, but catchable.
Dunn's pass intended for
and that will bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Brings up 2nd down and 10.
Well, tonight the incompletions piling up. That's 0 for 5 now for the 2 teams combined. Dunn 0 for 3 and Snipes 0 for 2. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. John Mark Stallings Field here at Billy D. Hillier Stadium. Lions off and running inside the 40. A foot race. Will he be caught? He will at the 4. Cade Lyons all the way from the 29
Number 9, Cade Lyons
to the 4 of the Eagles. And the little freshman
brought down by number 7, Ari Bowman.
Making his way down to the 5. They'll say the knee touchdown there. Well, that might make the math a little easier on the run. Well, not a lot easier. Let's see. That's 40. That is 60. That is 65 yards on the run by Lions. Penalty flag. It'll be marked off against Bayside. Illegal procedure pushes them back to the 10.
Legal procedure against the Admirals.
Well, what a run by Lions, who, by the way, is the son of our sponsor tonight, Gulf City Body and Trailer. And Cade Lyons down to the 5, penalty yardage back to the 10. Give to Broadhead, and he'll churn his way down to the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. A couple of Bayside drives tonight. The first resulted in 6. The second one is 7 away from 6 as we get inside 6 to play in the opening stanza. Broadhead in the backfield. Damian Tate, a receiver to this side. Tate Moore. Will Anderson to the other. Uter's wide open over the middle. Sammy Dunn. Touchdown pass of 7 yards.
Pass completed number 13, Miles Uter for the Admirals touchdown.
And Dunn has run for 1 and thrown for 1. Bayside with a 13-zip lead, and Cunningham trying to make it 14. And what an explosive start tonight for Bayside. 268 points coming in. Okay, divide that by 9. Have I mentioned how limited my math skills are? I'm thinking that's around, 25 a night? Already 14 in the opening stanza. Bayside, a 2-touchdown lead early.
It's good for the Admirals. With 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Number 8, Thomas Cunningham to kick for the Admirals. Number 4, TJ Merritt. Number 21, David Ortiz. Back deep for the Eagles.
The approach from Cunningham sends it towards Merritt. Merritt will field it at the 6. Out to the 20, and that's where he is met. Eventually dropped to the 23. And that is where Bayside will
TJ Merritt on the return.
Force the Eagles to start their second drive.
Met first by number 55.
And field position certainly has been advantageous for Bayside thus far. The 48 of Alabama Christian and the Bayside 29. Meanwhile, it has been the 12 and the 24 for Alabama Christian. So a 1-yard touchdown run, a 7-yard touchdown pass. Cunningham good on both extra point tries. Snipes. Over goes to Ortiz, and Ortiz will pick up 3. 2nd and 7 as he makes his way to the 27-yard line.
Number 21, Ortiz on the carry. Brought down by
really busy weekend of sports. Of course, we're doing the
Broadband
Gulf South District Volleyball Championships in Mobile, Alabama at the Civic Center. Started today, runs through tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday too. Got basketball tonight. Jason Thompson is in Monroeville. The Battle of the Coastals, the Coyotes, Coastal South and Coastal North. Tomorrow, baseball, we add that to our slate. Ortiz will be very close to a first as he pounds his way across the 33 to near the 34. And it will depend precisely on the spot as to whether it is a 1st and 10 or a 3rd and very short. Well, they say it actually touched, the knee did, down at the 33, so it is a yard shy, 3rd down and 1. And when you got a 6'2 quarterback at 225 pounds, that might be a good option to pick up a yard. Instead, though, Snipes passing, Ortiz with the catch. And he is dropped immediately by Cunningham. Eagles trying to use the element of surprise on a 3rd and short. They go for it, no gain, and then bring up a 4th down. And let's see if the Eagles will kick. They don't appear poised to do just that yet. Let's see if they try to draw the Admirals offside with a hard count. Clock winding down. Inside 3:43 to play in the opening stanza. Well, they will go for it on 4th down, and it will depend upon the forward progress. It appeared as though Snipes had picked up the first. before being driven backwards, and he did. So the Eagles, a gutsy call on a 4th down and a yard inside their own territory. And Snipes picking up the first. Football lies on the 35, where it is 1st down and 10. The Eagles trying to take their first trip inside Admiral territory. Looked like it could have been a busted play. Snipes able to make something positive out of it. Crosses the 35 to the 37.
Picks up gain of 2. Brought down by number 13, Miles Uter. He's 2nd down and 8 at the 37.
Bayside 144 wins as a football program that started back in 2001. And better than 2 decades of that football, with Lazenby at the helm. Coach Lazenby leaving after last season. Barrett Trotter, great start. That is swatted away.
Snipes pass intended for
nice
David
defensive
Ortiz,
play.
by number 54.
That was Trent Duncan.
Brings up a 3rd down and 8.
And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 8 with the football at 37. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 2 minutes and 26 seconds left in the first. Snipes. He'll be dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Looked like maybe a little bit of a mix-up, and it might have started as far as the execution of the play is concerned with a snap of the football. William Milner was in the backfield.
Loss on the play, brings up 4th down.
The loss of 3 will bring up a 4th down and 11. Wills Norton back to receive the kick of Eliahan. Inside 2 to play. Another line drive kick. Norton will get to it at the 35. Got some running room, green grass, or I guess in this particular case, some green turf in front of him. And will make his way to midfield. And again, a nice starting point for Bayside Academy. And it appears we have got a timeout on the field, and it will be charged to the Eagles. Well, it gives me an opportunity to say thanks so much to Gulf City Body and Trailer Works since 1945. They've been a part of the business landscape in the port city. And earlier in the year, made a game possible. I'm trying to remember what game. Might have been the Jackson game. And now with this outing against Alabama Christian, if they weren't providing sponsorship, then I don't know, me and Nathaniel might be, I don't know, sipping on Diet Coke and, you know, feet propped up, watching a little TV or something. But Nathaniel is, by the way, the man on camera tonight. Appreciate the job that he is doing here in the capital city, Faulkner State University. Home of another set of Eagles is where we're playing against the Alabama Christian Eagles. But thank you very much to Gulf City. And when you've got a need for their product, or when you can recommend their product, it's credible. It's got years of reputation building behind it. Thank you very much, Gulf City. Handoff given to Lyons, and Lyons will be dropped at the 47, but tossed into the fray. He's that little yellow hanky, and it comes in an area where a lot of times you get hold. Let's see if that's what the call is here. There's actually a pair of flags on the field. And it is a hold, and it is charged to Bayside. But then you have the official point the other way, as if there might be an infraction against the Eagles too. Nope, both of them charged to Bayside. So you got the hold and you got the personal foul, and Alabama Christian's coach will come out and say, all right, which one gives me a better look? negates the most yardage. So we'll see which of the two. I'm sure coach is probably thinking, hey, give them both to me. But that doesn't happen very often. And it looks like it's going to be the hold that is marked off from the point of infraction. Nope, they're going to go with the personal foul. Well, darn it, I had a 50-50 chance of being right.
Also a holding call.
Well, I guess they can't mark both off. Thought you had your choice of one or the other, but it's going to be both.
First down and 30 for the Admirals at the 25-yard line.
And all the way back to the 26. So with 94 seconds to play, this is as close to the Eagle goal line as Bayside has been tonight. They had a drive start at the 29. This is the first time they've been back to about the 25. Where it is first down and a really long way. They're about a Cade Lyons run away from a first. Dunn trying to buy a little extra time to get a receiver open. He'll be dropped at the 21. And it was first and a long way. It's second and a little further back.
Number 55, Jalen Flowers. Loss of 3 on the play. He's second down and 38.
Well, according to our PA guy, it is second down and 38. I was going to have to get the calculator out, try to determine, do the counting of the groups of 5 yards. But I'll go with his 38. Got to get inside the 40 to pick up the first. Done. Flushed out of the pocket again. And he'll be sacked at the 24.
Number 3, Sammy Dunn on the run.
Well, it's the defensive line, the linebackers, that are going to get the credit for the sack, and rightfully so. But it is that downfield coverage that is not giving Dunn an opportunity to find an open target. Dunn on a third down and long. Fires over the middle. It is incomplete to Uter.
Dunn's pass intended for number 13, Miles Uter, incomplete. Brings up
on the money, but there was Bowman defending, playing very tightly on Uter. And creates the incompletion with 9.1 remaining in quarter number 1. And for the first time tonight, Bayside will have to boot it away. Ortiz back deep to receive the Cunningham kick. Well, he's got some respect for the Cunningham kick. Ortiz is all the way back to the 30. That would be about a 50-yard effort. Line drive kick, hits, rolls, picked up at the 40 by Ortiz. And he'll pound his way to midfield, and the Eagles will take their first trip inside Admiral territory at the 49. But we have wrapped up one. And after one, Bayside,
14, AHSAA Eagles,
one on the ground, one through the air, lead it by 14.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you direct your attention to the north 30-yard line, we'd like to welcome to AHSAA the Redland Road Middle School football team. Redland is led by former AHSAA and Faulkner University head coach Greg Baker, and this year won the region championship. Let's give food and inflatables. The program will begin at 6 o'clock. Make sure to stick around after for the annual Blackout Pep Rally. It is sure to be a fun night on AHSAA's campus.
Well, if you win all the corners, or at least most of the corners. Good chance to take home a win. And Bayside winning the opening 12 minutes of football. Sammy Dunn with a 1-yard touchdown plunge. And then Dunn with a 7-yard touchdown pass to Uter.
Eagles have the first down at the 49-yard line.
And Bayside with a 14-zip lead after 1. Snipes with a fake to Ortiz on the keeper, pounds his way up the middle. Cunningham wraps him up after a gain of 8.
Eagles brought down by number 8.
Inside the 45 to the 42 goes the Snipes carry.
On the play.
Brings up a second down and 2. "14-zip lead. Admirals trying to avenge the loss a year ago, the only prior meeting between these two teams. Coming around from the opposite end and running over a couple of Admirals on his way down to the 31-yard line is Ortiz.
Brought down by number 10, Wills Norton.
Norton in on the stop. Football spotted at the 31. And by the way, yep, if you're asking, are you going to do the shout-outs in the third? We'll do that in the third. Heck, it's the last regular season game of the year. We don't know what the postseason brings for us. There's a little more involved in streaming postseason versus regular season. Snipes looks like he's got enough for the first. It will depend upon the spot, but from this vantage point, looked like he was inside the 30.
For the Eagles.
And if he's inside the 30,
second down and 9 at the 30-yard line.
He had the first previously. It is now second down and 9. Part of that aging process creeping into the ball game. Second down and 9, football at the 30. It is not very often in the game of football that a 1-yard carry on a 1st and 10 will give you a first. So it is a second and 9, football at the 30. But yeah, shout-outs coming up in the third stanza. Inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line. That is William Milner, 5'9" senior.
Ball carrier brought down by number 25, Monroe Parton for the Admirals.
I'll do it again near the end of the ball game, but definitely want to say thank you very much to all the folks at Bayside. David Kane, Jamie Ferguson, the Booster Club, all the folks that make it possible that we bring you coverage every Friday night. And then, of course, thank you very much to the folks here at Alabama Christian. There are a few schools that say, nah, stay home. They didn't. They said, come on. We'll give you a spot. Got a nice patio view. Snipes gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up a 4th down. Fourth down and long. Of course, Eagles went for it on a 4th and 1 inside their own territory, which logic would suggest if you're going to do that, you just might do this. Go for it on 4th and 8 inside the 30 of Bayside. And there's been no indication that a field goal kicker is trotting onto the field. If you're looking at field goals, that would be around a 46, 47-yarder. So almost by logistics, Eagles forced into a 4th and 8 and going for it. Snipes fires. It is picked off by Noah Kane. Brings it to the 20. Down the sidelines, 40. Still down the sidelines, inside the 30. He's going all the way. A pick 6 for Noah Kane. $87 yards.
Noah Kane for the Admirals touchdown.
And Noah Kane and the Admirals tack 6 more on. And if earlier in the play you were thinking it was a 4th down, just knock it down. That's why I don't knock it down. Give you 87 reasons, and all of them yards on the way to the end zone. Noah Kane makes it a 20-0 ball game. And Cunningham ready to tack on the extra point. So Dunn is scored, Uter is scored, Kane is scored. And the common denominator, Cunningham with the extra point kicks. Makes it a 21-zip ball game. Bayside with 8:10 to play in half number 1.
8 minutes and 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Your score, Bayside out.
'87-yard interception return. Noah Kane makes it a 21-zip Bayside lead.
Back deep for the Eagles, number 4, TJ Merritt. Number 21, David Ortiz Ramirez.
Ortiz and Merritt back to receive on opposing hash marks the 5. Cunningham's got it teed up at the 40. Line drive kick. Merritt will watch it travel into the end zone, touchback. And it'll be brought out to the 20-yard line, and that is where things will begin for the Eagles. So we're getting a smorgasbord tonight. Got the run for a touchdown. Got the pass for a touchdown. Got a pick 6 for a touchdown.
Those Eagles will begin the drive.
I think these umpires may officiate at the collegiate level too. They're hovering around the 25. Hey, I have the same confusion. We call some JUCO and college ball, and I'm trying to remember on the touchbacks, is it the 25 or the 20? I think they had to discuss it. Where is it in high school? Touchbacks have them out to the 20. And that's where the Eagles will start this drive. Well, their first trip inside Bayside territory turns into Bayside points. Snipes passes immediately after throwing the pick 6. Pass is caught for a gain of 8. That is Bowman on the reception.
Pick up a 8 on the play.
Brings up a second down and 2. Into the regular season, just off Atlanta Highway. Running room, finding a seam. Ortiz picking up the first out to the 34.
David Ortiz Ramirez on the carry for the Eagles, brought down by number 55.
And it'll bring up a first down and 10.
Be a first down.
The only losses this year, as I mentioned earlier, Jackson, which, by the way, despite the final score, Bayside had an opportunity in that game. There was some turnovers, and there was some penalties, some key costly penalties. But there was a chance for Bayside in that game against Jackson. Bowman with another catch, this one at the 42, and again, it's an 8-yard gain. And brings up another second down and 2.
Brought down by number 2, Drew Murphy.
And you see Drew Murphy looks like he's a little banged up. As a matter of fact, Thomas Cunningham is waving to the sidelines as if he needs a substitution. Murphy is not asking for the sub, but Cunningham looking over to the sidelines, and Murphy will step up to defend on a second down and 2. Well, let's see if the Eagles saw anything Murphy's way, and we'll try to bring it this way. No, instead the give goes to Ortiz, and Ortiz will be dropped around the 45, but that should be enough for the first.
David Ortiz.
In on the stop,
on the carry for the Eagles,
Billy Neal.
On number 55, Billy Neal.
And it is first down and 10
down
for
10
the Eagles at the
45-yard
45. And then, of course, that loss to T.R. Miller. Things just fell apart over about a 30-second span. Looked like Bayside was on their way to a win over T.R. Miller late in the fourth quarter. Snipes drops back, flushed out of the pocket, steps up, and then runs into a lot of Bayside beef at the 46, gains a yard.
Christian Snipes on the carry for the Eagles, brought down by number 50, Graham Muter.
Graham Muter in on the stop. Billy Neal was there. Parton was there too. I'll give him a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8. Football at the 47. A reminder at the conclusion of the game, it's archived, available for viewing on our subscription channel. As a matter of fact, one subscription cost gives you access to every one of the Bayside games. Ortiz will pick up 2 or 3, but there is a flag.
Brought down by number 2, Drew Murphy. There's a flag on the play.
And let's see what the infraction is about. It appears the Eagles are marching backwards, and there is the holding call. There's Drew Murphy going to the sidelines. Got banged up a couple of plays ago. And as I mentioned, Cunningham was like, he needs to come out. Murphy stayed in a couple of plays, but now out, and David Phillips entering the contest. And Phillips going to stay on the opposite side, and Noah Kane will move to this side. After the penalty yardage, 2nd down and 15. Eagles have got to get to about the 45 of Bayside. Snipes on the carry. Got 2, maybe 3 of the yards needed. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and long. Bayside has,
Christian Snipes on the carry for the Eagles,
in their history,
number 11, Teague Broadhead.
had 17 defensive
3rd down and
shutouts.
12 at the 43-yard line.
I know we're a long way from making this potential 18th, but 4 minutes and 5 seconds away from halftime. Still got that goose egg on the board. Not a particularly large crowd on hand for Alabama Christian, but there again, a little more difficult to determine based on the size of the stadium. It's a little larger than a lot of the high school stadiums. Ortiz got away from Broadhead. Broadhead, I think, was reaching in to try to strip him of the football, and thus didn't make the tackle. And Ortiz able to make his way down to the 46, where it is 4th and 1.
At the 46-yard line. Correction. First down for the Eagles.
Now the officials say it is 1st down and 10. Spot on the football just shy of the 45. And that is enough for the 1st and 10. Now, if we were playing high school football in Texas, this would be, kind of a small stadium. First down and 10. There is definitely some movement. About half of the team, Alabama Christian-wise, didn't have the snap count. It was about 5 guys that moved early. And they got a timeout charged to the Eagles, but I did not see a flag, and there is one over on the far sidelines. So I guess the question thus becomes, was the timeout prior to the movement, or was the timeout after the movement? We'll find out when we return.
Make sure to visit www.pikeroadsigns.com for all your signage needs.
21-zip Bayside lead. Tomorrow, volleyball, basketball, baseball, and football here on JockJive. Volleyball at the Civic Center, the Gulf South District Championships. Baseball in Mississippi at Pearl River Community College. The basketball happens at Coastal Alabama North, Southern Union, and Coastal North. And the football happens in Chicago. Georgia Military College taking on College of DuPage. Plus, got James Crenshaw in Atlanta at Morehouse, producing an ESPN Plus game for the SIAC. So a lot of stuff this weekend. By the way, in Mobile, looks like Wallace Hansville could be on their way to winning another ACCCC title. Snipes flushed out of the pocket. He'll get rid of it. Intentional grounding will be the reason for the flag.
Snipes pass incomplete on the play, intended for number 21, David Ortiz Ramirez. There's a flag on the play.
So any way you look at it, the sack or the penalty yardage, Snipes and company were going to be moving backwards a sizable distance. And there's the indication, intentional grounding. Penalty yardage and a loss of the play.
Grounding is a call against the Eagles.
Loss of the down. And it'll bring up second down and 25. Football at the 42. Just about 10 minutes shy of 8 o'clock on a Friday night. We have eaten up about, 21 minutes of football and about 47 minutes of real time. Ortiz on the carry. Crosses the 45, gets the 47. It'll bring up a third down and long. And I don't think the clock ran. I believe it was 3:07 before the play began.
Be a third down at the 47-yard line.
And it is 3:07 now. And you got the official saying, hey, start the clock. There we go. And I think they're going to do a little additional rundown of the clock. That's the indication from the official. As we get inside 3 minutes to play. Half number one, Snipes pounded Uter, just hammers him at the 40.
Christian Snipes brought down on the play by number 50, Graham Uter. Brings up a fourth and long for the Eagles.
You know, Snipes is, as I mentioned, 225 and 6'2". Not used to taking those kind of hits often, but by the way, Graham Uter is 6'7", and something like 250, 275. And man, he just laid it out against Snipes. I don't know if I'd be doing a lot of chest bumping to Graham Uter over on the sidelines. You might get injured. 2:30 to play in the first half. Bayside with the timeout. Well, there you take a look around Billy D. Hillier Field here on the campus of Faulkner State University.
Number 4, Damian Tate, back deep to receive for the Admirals.
Home of, at least this year and last year too, a couple of sets of Eagles. Faulkner University and Alabama Christian. Punted down to the 22, and that is where Bayside will start what we anticipate being the last drive of the first half.
Punt down at the 22-yard line. The Admirals will have it 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 22. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left to play in half number 1. And I will at the half go online, take a look at the playoff standings, and they've got most of that determined, I would assume. Although I know there are some games tonight that do have region implications. So it's not like everybody has a non-region game tonight. First down and 10. Lions in the backfield. Pass over the middle. Open is Tate Moore. He will grab it, go to the 49 near midfield. And yeah, you wondered when Sammy Dunn would find Tate Moore. Eagles have been targeting Moore. They have been covering him well. But makes his first grab, Broadhead. Pounding his way, possibly for another first. Depends on the spot. Looks like he is inside the 40, and the chains will move.
Another first down at the 38-yard line.
And it is first down and 10 at the 36. Still plenty of time to go in the half with 1:57 left. Broadhead in the backfield. Damian Tate has turned into more of a receiver than a running back. We haven't seen him in the backfield tonight. He's been used as a wideout. He will go over the middle of the field, and he was briefly open. There is a flag. There comes another flag, and Dunn will run out of bounds at the 35.
Number 3, Sammy Dunn on the carry for the Admirals. Push out of bounds.
But a couple of flags on the play, and at least one of the two against the Admirals. We will see if both are charged against the visitors. Illegal procedure and holding. Both charged to Bayside. So the illegal procedure call is declined.
There are 2 fouls on the play, illegal procedure and holding.
And the holding is accepted.
Legal procedure penalty is declined.
Of course, the illegal procedure would be a 5-yard mark off. The holding is a 10-yard from the spot of infraction.
First down and 20, Admirals at the 45-yard line.
So Bayside back to the 45. First down, we'll call it 19. Dunn. He'll be dropped inside Bayside territory at the 47.
Number 3, Sammy Dunn, brought down on the play by number 72, Spencer Meeks.
Meeks on the stop. And that is at least 3 sacks of Dunn tonight. This one at the 46. And it brings up a second down and a very long way. Got to get inside the 30 to the 26. And I know we've already talked about my suspect math skills, but I'm thinking that is in the neighborhood of 28 yards to pick up the first. Dunn sidestepping one would-be tackler. That is off the fingertips of Damian Tate.
Dunn's pass intended for number 4, Damian Tate, incomplete.
And it will bring up a third down at 27. Well, I didn't have to pull out the calculator or, count yardage off the fingers because they've got it posted on the scoreboard. 27 yards for a first. Timeout on the field asked for by ACA.
Playoff football begins next week. Your ACA Eagles will begin
3rd down, 27. Football at the 46. Bayside with 37 seconds left to play in the half. Dunn to pass. Sets up the screen to Damian Tate. And he'll get to midfield. Stop there. Gain of 3 brings up a 4th down, and a late penalty flag flies in.
Number 4, Damian Tate. Tackled by number 25, William Milner. There is a flag on the play.
That is a personal foul, and it is charged to Bayside. So penalty yardage going to be marked off. And Bayside, which took a timeout prior to the start of the drive with the anticipation of possibly traveling the length of the field for 6. Now looking at an Eagle squad that's got a shot at decent field position in anticipation of the Cunningham kick. So penalty yardage will be marked off, and instead of a 4th down and about 24, it's all the way back to the 35. And Cunningham in need of one of those. We're not really worried about high booming kicks, looking for a lot of distance.
35-yard line for the Admirals.
It is a 4th down and 37. Ortiz standing at his 26 awaiting. Cunningham set to kick it away. End over end kick. Takes an Admiral bounce. Ortiz gets out of the way. Broadhead will down it at the 23. And all in all, not a bad kick by Cunningham.
Number 11, Tate Broadhead. The Eagles will have a 1st down.
And Eagles, who look like they could have a shot at, say, maybe a
at the 23-yard line.
Start at the 40. Instead, we'll start at the 23 and have 13.8 seconds to try to bring it 77 yards. First down and 10. And with Ortiz playing a safety role, looks like Snipes is going to take the snap, put the knee to the turf, and that will bring it into the first half. Dominant performance by Bayside Academy. A couple of touchdowns in the first stanza. And they will get one out of the second.
21-0 over the AHSAA Eagles.
And at the half, it is Bayside
School student participating in tonight's fun run.
on
Please
top
go ahead
by
and make your way
21.
to the south end zone next to the inflatables to get ready.
It is halftime in the half, a 21-zip Bayside Academy lead. Taking a look at the first half scoring. 9:51 to play in the first. Sammy Dunn on a 1-yard touchdown run. Then at the 5:40 mark, it was done with a 7-yard touchdown pass to Uner. And with 8:10 to play in the half, Noah Kane intercepts a Snipes pass, returns it 87 yards for the touchdown. After every TD, Cunningham good on the extra point kicks. And at the half, it is a 21-zip Bayside advantage. Also a reminder, Gulf City Body and Trailer Works providing coverage for tonight's Bayside Academy football. Our huge thanks to the folks there in Gulf City. Support them when you need their
You may now take
services.
the
Recommend
field.
them when somebody else does. And say thank you very much for bringing Bayside Academy football to JockJive. Well, it's halftime. Don't have a special guest this week. We've interviewed all the coaches. So Nathaniel's locked it down on the band, and we'll let you enjoy at the half.
All right, kids, let's join in and cheer on our traditional lower school fun run. Are we ready? On your mark, get set, go!
It is halftime into the half, a 21-zip advantage. It belongs to Bayside Academy. Quick look at what lies ahead for JockJive. Of course, tomorrow, very busy day. We will be in Mobile, Alabama at the Civic Center to bring you the Gulf South District Volleyball Championships. And, of course, today is complete, so they've got the schedule now set for tomorrow. And your volleyball tomorrow starts at 11 a.m. with Pearl River taking on Calhoun, Sneed State battling LBW. Then at 1 o'clock, Wallace State and Enterprise State, the two unbeaten teams, battle. And, of course, we got a couple of elimination games, Calhoun, Pearl River, Sneed State, LBW. Teams that emerge from that play at 3 o'clock. And then you got the team that loses between Wallace State and Enterprise State in a 5 o'clock matchup. And that all happens tomorrow. Also at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, we'll have Jarrett Bates up at Monroeville and Coastal Alabama North taking on Southern Union, which, by the way, they knocked off Coastal Alabama South tonight in women's basketball. That's kind of a surprise. Coastal South made it into the postseason last year. Meanwhile, the team that did not was the team out of Coastal North, and kind of a role reversal tonight as the winner is Coastal North over South in the season opener for both. And of course, where Coastal South is concerned, they've got some adversity to face logistically because they do not have a gymnasium at the moment. The gymnasium on the campus of Coastal Alabama South is undergoing renovations. So as a result, they've got to kind of make do for the month of November and December and hope that things will be like they should be in January. And let's see, what else tomorrow? Baseball, Pearl River Community College. Showcase Series Fall Ball taking place. Jason Thompson on his way there right now, as a matter of fact. And we'll have coverage. I believe the first game starts at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then it is Georgia Military College and College of DuPage. Going to try to get there hopping on a plane at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Got a game at 1 o'clock. And we'll fly back to Mississippi and do some baseball on Sunday. We'll see if that works out as planned. And then, of course, on Sunday, you got more volleyball and you got more baseball. Here you got the halftime score with Bayside on top, 21-zip. We are just a couple of minutes shy of getting second half action underway. Offense with a couple of first half touchdowns. Dunn with a 1-yard touchdown plunge. Dunn with a 7-yard touchdown toss to Uter. Both of that came in the first. Quarter number 2, Noah Kane, an 87-yard pick six. And Cunningham good on all extra point kicks, and that's got us here to the half. A 21 zip advantage. Bayside trying to avenge a loss a year ago to this Alabama Christian squad, 43-18. They've only met once. This is the second meeting between the two. And Bayside well on their way to evening up that series mark at 1 each. And of course, tonight marks the end of the regular season. Off to postseason next week, and our status remains in limbo. I'm not sure what we will be doing where Bayside is concerned. We'll find out in the next 7 days, which of course means that we can focus on the third stanza and get all those shout outs in. So you put on those thinking caps, get that creative writing skill working, and we'll take shout outs in just about 2 minutes. We're ready for second half action to get underway. Opening coin toss won by AHSAA. They opted to defer, so they will get the first opportunity offensively in the second half. You see a number attached to your scoreboard. That's your shout-out number. By now, we're 10 weeks into the season. You know the process, right? All third stands along, an opportunity for you to send a shout-out from wherever you may be watching coverage. And we're not just looking for shout-outs as to who it's to and who it's from, but also where it's from.
Number 8, Thomas Cunningham to kick off for the Admirals.
And I think
Number 4, TJ Murray,
the umpires talked about it and said, wait a minute.
Ramirez to receive for the Eagles.
Need to swap it around a bit. You know, not keep it like the second stanza ended. So Bayside will swap to this side of the field and get ready to boot it away. But it's your last opportunity in the regular season. And maybe where some of these young men are concerned, last opportunity to send a shout out. There are a number of seniors, obviously, on the squad. So get creative. Send a shout out to the number attached to the scoreboard, 334-488-1385. Who's it to? Who's it from?
Back deep
Where's it from? And we've got a little watch party going on. Hey, snap a photo. Somehow get us in the picture. And send that too, and we'll do it all third quarter long if that's all right with you. Merritt making his way across the 30 to the 32, and that's where the opening drive of the second half will begin in the first one.
Number 4, T.J. Merritt,
for Alabama Christian.
Eagles out to the 32-yard line.
Already got a shout out. Actually, I think this came a little early. Maybe prior to the start of the third, but it's legal. Shout out to Will Pettis from Grandpa in Joplin, Missouri. Go Bayside. Thank you very much, Grandpa. Watching the game there in Missouri. We'll make our way to Missouri this summer, do some baseball there. I think we've got a couple of World Series currently scheduled. One in Cape Girardeau and the other in Branson. 1st and 10. Snipes up the middle with a run. Across the 40 to the 44-yard line. Pick up a first on the first carry of the second half.
Brown. It's another first down for the Eagles out to the 44-yard line.
William Milner on the carry to the 44. We're in his first down and 10. But if you're Bayside, you can't let up. Can't let the guard down. Because they can do in 24 minutes what you did in 24. First down and 10 at the 44. Shout out from Auburn. Thank you very much, Auburn, for checking in. Watching the coverage tonight. A little spin move to the 44 to the 46-yard line.
William Milner, ball carry for the Eagles.
Milner again on the carry.
11,
Picked up 10 on the prior, 1 on this one. Second down and 9.
Second down and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Brings up a second down and 9 football just shy of the 45. We are just about a minute into half number 2 and just about a minute into your shout-outs, which means, of course, we've got about, 10:39. Snipes over to Merritt, makes the grab at the 43. Got a block, able to get to the outside and make his way to the 48. Gets inside Bayside territory. And it'll bring up a third down and short. The pigskin right about the 48, 3rd and 2. There is, however, a little yellow hanky back at the 36, and the infraction will go against Bayside.
Personal foul against the Admirals.
So it is a personal foul. Go Damian, love tab from Daphne, Alabama. Thank you very much, Daphne. That's where I'm spending the weekend, by the way. There in Daphne. Hey, Will Pettis, number 72, proud of you from Spanish Fort, Alabama. Good to hear from Spanish Fort.
The penalty will take it down to the 30.
The penalty yardage moves it to the 32, where it is first down and 10, opening drive of the second half. And the Eagles trying to get rid of that goose egg. They don't want to become the 18th shutout victim. Picked off. Snipes for the second time tonight. Has a pass taken away. It is Burt Brown.
For Jackson Burton, intercepted by number 14, Burt Brown.
Able to get the interception, deny the drive. It was an effective one until the pick.
The Admirals will take over first down.
And Bayside's defense comes up big again. Their second interception of the night. And Bayside's offense will trot onto the field, not quite 2 minutes in. The football at the 37. To Will Pettis from AM and AMPS in Amelia Island, Florida. Go Admirals. Thank you very much to the folks there in Florida. 1st and 10, Bayside. Coach Trotter, you are a gentleman and a scholar. Bandy from Birmingham. Thank you very much, Bandy, in Birmingham. 1st and 10, football at the 37. First second half drive for Bayside, and there is a whistle and flag. Flag dropped on the far sidelines, and it is offsides charged to the Eagles.
Shout
Shout out to our very special Bayside grandsons. Graham and Miles Uter, and Waterboy Madden Uter. Great job, boys. We're
After
watching you
penalty,
from
makes the first down at 5
Sandestin
at the 42-yard line.
with West Virginia family fans. Go Admirals, and we'll thank you very much for watching the game tonight and watching the games this season. 1st and 5, football at the 42. Damian Tate, not many carries tonight. Picks up a yard or two. It'll bring up a second down and short. Score Tate Moore, Barney and Andrea from down to Bio in Redfish Country. And good to hear from the Redfish Country. Second down, Tate, according to the down marker on the far sidelines, got back to the original line of scrimmage. So it is a 2nd and 5, football at the 42. Well, we have enjoyed our 4th year with Bayside. Hand off to Tate. Tate finding a little seam, spins his way to the 47. And that might be enough for the first.
Tate again on the
It'll
carry
depend
for the
upon the
Admirals,
spot.
brought number 50.
The officials have already said move the chains.
Blake Shaw.
So Tate goes to the 48, picks up a first.
First down for the Admirals. Out to the 48-yard
Shout out to Bo
line.
Anderson, number 12, Bayside, from Aunt Debbie and Momo. Aunt and Momo, thanks. 1st and 10, done with a pass to Tate. Trying to get it to the outside. Gets inside ACA territory. Steps out of the 44. Gains 8, brings up 2nd and 2.
Pick up of 8 yards on the play.
Go to the
2nd and
freshman
2.
sensation, Cade
44-yard
Lyons,
line.
from your kinfolks in Blackshire, Alabama. Yeah, Cade Lyons, wow, what a big run early in the game. A 65-yarder. He's had a couple of carries tonight and is averaging what? Probably 30 plus. 2nd and 2. Tate got the first. Got it inside the 40, got it down to the 36. And it is first down and 10, Bayside. You talk about a
number 16, Darius Gardner.
stake in the heart of ACA.
Getting
That
Admiral first
is
down.
not just the interception, but if you
36-yard
can
line.
also score after the interception, then that hurts. Of course, both teams advancing to postseason play. Shout out to our grandson, Cade, number 9. Love you, Paul and Bobby. There's Paul and Bobby. Hand off to Tate. Up the middle. 30, 25. Just a nudge inside the 25-yard line. Where's first down and 10.
Number 24, Jalen McCovery. Another Admiral first down to the 25-yard line.
So Broadhead was the guy that got the bulk of the carries in the first half. We haven't seen him on the first drive of the second half. It has been Damian Tate getting most of the carries. First and 10 in the 25. Fakes the pitch to Tate, fires, and it's picked off.
Dunn's pass intercepted by number 7, Ari Bowman.
And it's Bowman that steps in and picks it
Short
off.
return. The Eagles will take over.
Read the eyes of
First and 10.
quarterback Sammy Dunn and
line.
knew where he was going with it. And that is interception number 3 tonight, first thrown by Bayside. So both opening drives of the second half end on picks. Snipes picked off by Brown. And then Dunn picked off by Bowman. And Snipes back onto the turf with a first down and 10. Gives it to Milner. Milner trying to find a little seam. Neal and Parton, I believe it was, trying to track him down and do it to 26, but not before he picks up 8. Brings up a second down and 2.
Gain of 8 on the play. Bring up second down and 2. At the 36-yard line. Crushing 31-yard line.
Second down and a couple. Football just shy of the 28. Snipes looking over his line. Milner, the guy in motion. Fake to Milner. Snipes on the keeper. And he'll pick up first as he makes his way to the 34.
Christian Snipes, the ball carrier, picks up an Eagle first down, brought down by number 6, Weston Hanneman.
Good luck, Damien, from cousin Brittany. Love you. Thank you very much, Brittany.
Out to the 34-yard line.
First down and 10. Second half drive of the football game for ACA. 6.5 left to play in the third, which means we are just about halfway through your shout-outs. Milner backing his way to the 35, then the 36. Drop there. Gain of 3 brings up a second down and 7.
For the Eagles, brought down by number 6, Weston Hanneman. For a short gain on the play. Second down and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Football at the 36. Well, time is not a big factor yet, but starts becoming one when you're 3 touchdowns down. And Alabama Christian seeing half the quarter expire without mustering some points. Snipes with a fake to Milner, carries it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be third down and 8.
Christian Snipes, the ball carrier for the Eagles, brought down by number 50, Graham Uter. No gain on the play.
Actually, maybe a loss of a yard. Brings up a third and 9. Football lying squarely on the 35-yard line.
Be third down and 9 at the 35-yard line.
Last game of the regular season, longest road trip for Bayside. Taking about a 2.5-hour drive north. Obviously, though, when you get into postseason, you're hoping you're making some of those long drives. Making long drives, there's a chance you're advancing deep into postseason. Hand off to Milner. He'll be dropped by Broadhead inside the 30. And it'll bring up a fourth down and long in a punting situation.
On the carry for the Eagles. Brought down by number 11, T. Broadhead.
Well, thank you very much, Nick. The kind words. Great to have you watching on the other end of the coverage there in Daphne, Alabama. We appreciate that very much. Awesome Thomas Cunningham. Love Dandy and Mark. Shout out to my godson, number 4, Damian Tate. Go Admirals. Love you, Nana in Daphne, Alabama. Go Bayside. Shout out to Roman T from Vero Beach. Go Admirals. Thank you very much, Vero Beach, Florida. Fourth down, punting situation. Good kick, and Wills Norton will field at the 35. He'll get to the 40, step out of bounds near the 45. A return of 10.
Number 10, Wills Norton on the return for the Admirals.
And Bayside with the football.
The Admirals take over first down and 10.
At the 45. Got a shout out to Bayside and Tate Moore from Nene in Camden. Go Tate Moore. All right, now we can call it a night. We've heard from Nene. We cannot wrap things up without a visit from Nene. The official is waving frantically to stop the clock. It continued to run after Norton went out of bounds at the 45, and I think that has got the attention of the Alabama Christian coaches going, listen, man, we need time to stay on the clock. We don't need it to run off the clock. But Nene, thank you very much for watching there in Camden, Alabama. Tate has only caught one pass, but that's because they're paying very close attention to Tate Moore. They've got him double covered in many instances, and that's what they do to try to work him into the offense. A little shovel pass to Moore. And he will pick up a first, I think. Chain started to move, and then an official steps in from the sidelines to say, hey, wait a minute, not sure it's a first. Sure looks like it, though, from this vantage point. Yep. And up says move him. 10 yards further down the road. And it is first down and 10. Inside Eagle territory again. Give goes to Tate. Up the middle. Finds running room to the 30, 25, gets a block from Norton, goes all the way to the end zone on the 45-yard scamper.
Number 4, Damian Tate on the carry.
And Damian Tate with 3:11 left to play in the third. Makes it a little tougher for the Eagles. It's a pat on the noggin from Baron Trotter. Thomas Cunningham. And right on cue, the shout out says, let's go Damian Tate. I am super proud of you. And got some emojis mixed in. Let's see what kind of emojis we've got. With the love to Damian Tate as Cunningham will split the uprights. Got wrapped up in my shout outs and didn't put a score up. That's kind of important. 28 zip. Let's see, got the smiley with a hearts attached emoji, got the thumbs up emoji, got the 100 emoji. All to Damian Tate. And extends the lead to 28 zip.
AHSAA Athletics would like to thank
Admirals with a 28 zip lead, 3:11 left to play in the third. Shout out to grandson Teague Broadhead, number 11 from G-Paw and Grammy in Marietta, Georgia. Shout out to Noah Kane and the Admirals from Poppy and Mimi. So thanks to G-Paw and Grammy, and thanks to Poppy and Mimi. Cunningham aims towards the end zone. Wow. I tell you, Marin didn't go back thinking it was headed towards the end zone, and it nearly took a stop at the 1.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Which would have been dangerous if you are the Eagles. But it will be a touchback brought out to the 20. And that's where it is first down and 10 for the Eagles. Rowe wants to give a shout out to his girlfriend, Mary Duncan, in Birmingham. All right. Rowe, you've done that. Great kicking, Thomas Cunningham. Love from your family. First and 10. Snipes sending Merritt in motion. Keeps it up the middle. And he will pound his way out to about the 28. Gain of 8 on a first down carry.
Snipes on the carry. Made by number 11, Teague Broadhead.
Second down and 2. Maybe closer to a 3. Knee touchdown at the 27.
Be second down.
As we get inside 3 minutes to play in the third. Well, a little bit shy of 9 o'clock on a Friday night. By the way, this is the weekend. I checked on the way up. That should move the clocks back. Of course, everything now kind of moved around and adjusted by technology. You know, you got your cell phones, got your televisions, got your clocks that all automatically adjust, so you really don't even know it. It's not like you know, in the old days where you used to have to set the clocks back manually. Don't have to do any of that now. But just in case you were wondering, it happens this weekend. And officially, technically, at 2 a.m. on Sunday morning. Handoff up the middle. And I think that is a new set of numbers. It is. First time we have seen
number 22, Noah Shack on the
Noah
carry.
Shank. I think that's Shack.
Pickup of 1.
Noah Shack, the running back, 5'8", 140-pounder. He's a freshman.
From the 33.
The first time we have seen him in the ball game. Shout out to Coach Bear. Go Admirals from Juju and Pete from Loxley, Alabama. Thank you very much, Loxley. Snipes. Pass is picked off by Wills Norton.
Snipes pass intended for number 4, TJ Merritt, incomplete.
Picks it at the 45, or did he? I thought he had it in the hands, but apparently dropped it. Boy, it was right there in the gut. But apparently it hit the turf at some point, and it really wouldn't have mattered.
Interference is a call against the Admirals.
Got a pass interference call, so had he made the pick, wouldn't have counted anyway.
That'll give the Eagles a first down at the 49-yard line.
Football out to the 49. Got a shout out to Evan, part of Bayside's media team, flying the drone, capturing film for the team. Go Bayside. It's getting pretty specific, but we're good with that.
Christian Snipes pass intended for number 24.
And obviously there's some great footage from the drone. Shout out to Noah Kane from your Georgia cousins. Falling Brooks.
Second down and 10 at the 49.
Is that Behrens and Harper? Behrens. I hope I am pronouncing that correctly. Second and 10, football on the 49. A yard shy of Bayside territory, and a little too rough was brought in. Had Shaq, wrapped him up, and then
there's a flag on the play.
A little extra toss. Bayside thinking it wasn't extra. The officials thought it was. Get the win, Damian, love cousin April and the crew. Thank you, April and the crew, for checking in tonight.
Holding is a call against the Admirals.
Big mark off down to the 40. And that's where it is
the call against the Admirals.
First down and 10. 6 on the other side of the field haven't moved yet, but I believe they will. Certainly appears as though the Eagles have picked up the first.
That'll give the Eagles another first down to the 40-yard line.
Well, that's got our camera guy, Nathaniel McCall, scratching the hairs on his chinny chin chin. You didn't think that was too rough, right? It's just the game of football, right? Snipes on the carry, inside the 40, down to the 37.
Christian Snipes on the carry for the Eagles. Picks up a gain of 3.
Second down and 7.
43-yard line.
As we get ready to wrap up quarter number 3. So there was a little more unusualness to the call. A holding on the run, which was the Teague Broadhead. There's a pass that is caught.
Snipes pass complete to number 7, Ari Bowman.
That is Bowman.
Good enough for another Eagle first down. There's a flag.
And he'll make the turn and make his way down to the 28. That is a first down, but there is another flag, and it's on the far side of the turf. And based on the body language of Bayside, it must be another Admiral infraction. And it looks like it's a sideline warning.
Sideline.
So no penalty yardage assessed, but it is a warning to the sideline. Shout out to Will Allen and the Admirals. Way to play tonight, Love Gammy and Danny.
First down for the Eagles at the 28-yard line.
Football on the 28, first down. And the play will not get off. We've put it into 3. And after 3, Bayside with a 4 touchdown lead.
That's the end of the third quarter. Your score, Bayside Admirals 28. Montgomery County Probate Court REACT program will help Montgomery County property owners prevent property fraud. The REACT program is among the first of its kind in Alabama. Will help combat
the conversation may be about the assessment of the penalty earlier on Broadhead. And Coach Trotter conversing with his team. The one thing that has been kind of an Achilles heel, I guess, when you finish the season in about 12 minutes at 8-2, I don't know that you've had many Achilles heels, but penalties have hurt Bayside over the course of the season, especially when you look at the game against Jackson and some costly penalties there that certainly impacted the outcome of the game as far as the margin of victory. Maybe Jackson still wins it, but and of course that is something I am sure that the Admirals are working to improve. Everything, every team, a work in progress. As we begin the fourth with the Eagles at the 28. First down and 10. Snipes. Pass is caught. And on the reception, that is Jaden McCovery.
For a short gain.
First pass reception of the game for McCovery.
Be second down.
And it's second down. No gain, though.
The 28-yard line.
If any gain, it was inches. And it is second down and long. Oh, by the way, thank you very much for all the shout-outs. Great to have you watching. Wherever you are watching tonight's game. Pass picked off. Broadhead's got it. Brings it to midfield. Cuts it back across the field. Running laterally, 40, 35. He wants him to match what Noah Kane did earlier. Bringing the distance, he will bring it to the 34. And there is your third pick of the night. Thought Wills Norton had it earlier, but Teague Broadhead's got it now.
Snipes pass. Intercepted by number 11, Teague Broadhead.
I think there's a little extra jawing going on.
50 Blake Shaw. Admirals will take
and
over
one of the more emphatic at the moment is wearing a maroon jersey. That is William Milner. First down and 10, football at the 36 after the pick. Damian Tate in the backfield beside Sammy Dunn. Bo Anderson to this side. Wills Norton to the other. Give goes to Tate. And Tate will make his way to the 27, but this one apparently coming back. Looks like there was a hold around the 33.
There's a call against the Admirals. There'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot.
Huge thank you again to Gulf City Body and Trailer Works, serving the Port City since 1945. And making it possible for the second time this year that we bring you Friday night Bayside Academy football. Family of Cade Lions.
At the
I got a
45-yard
feeling
line.
we will see again before the night is over. I see him on the far sidelines. Had a big run earlier in the game. First quarter carry for 65 yards. Bayside is blessed with a number of weapons, and one of them's got the football now. Damian Tate will get some of the penalty yardage back as he makes his way inside the 39
Damian Tate on the carry
to
for
near the
Admirals.
38.
Brought down by number 50.
Brings up a
Blake
second
Shaw.
down and 14.
Pickup of 6 yards. He's second down and 14 at the 39-yard line.
Sammy Dunn with a touchdown pass tonight is throwing at least one in just about every game this year. And Bayside spreading the wealth. Tate on the carry. Running room up the middle. Inside the 20. 15, 10, 5. Into the end zone. Did he get the ball inside the pylon? He did. 35-yard touchdown run. And Damian Tate with his second of the night.
The 39-yard touchdown run.
And just on the 2 TD runs, a total of 80 yards for Damian Tate. And just as I was mentioning that the wealth had been spread, Damian Tate picks up his second. It had been a TD each. And I think Bowman's coming out of the ballgame. Bowman was earlier pretty demonstrative, and I think the officials have said, hey, Bowman's got to come out. And he will lead the contest. While Cunningham waits to kick the extra point. And there is his 5th of the night. 35-zip Bayside.
By number 8, Thomas Cunningham is good. 9 minutes and 50.
Inside 10 minutes to play. Bayside with a 35-zip lead. Admirals are going to improve to 8-2 on the year, barring something that we've never seen happen before. At least I've never seen happen before. I'm sure it has happened somewhere. Alabama Christian got a playoff game a week from tonight, and I think Coach there in the middle of things saying, listen, guys, may not can win tonight. We can play like winners. In this final 9 minutes and 58 seconds. Bayside on the other side of the turf. Feeling good about a Friday night in the capital city.
Thomas Cunningham to kick off for the Admirals.
And it started early at the 9:10 mark with the first score on the opening drive.
Number 8,
Sammy Dunn with a 1-yard touchdown plunge.
TJ Merritt back deep to receive for the Eagles.
Admirals have not taken their foot off the accelerator since. Cunningham's kick to Merritt. Fields at the 9. Brings it to the 20. Out to the 27. Still on his feet. Shedding himself of would-be tacklers to the 33. And that's where it is first down and 10. For Alabama Christian, well, we saw some new players, some guys with clean jerseys on the turf for the Eagles previously. And I'm looking at the huddle to see if I am again seeing some new numbers, and I am. Got in that backfield, Cooper Milner. Side Snipes, who will pass on a 1st and 10. Tipped away by Noah Kane. He's got one of the 3 picks tonight. Kane with 1. Broadhead has got 1. Burke Brown's got 1. And the incomplete pass will stop the clock with 9:38 to play. On a 2nd down and 10. Fake to Milner. Snipes with the keeper. And he'll be wrapped up near the line of scrimmage. Able to sneak a yard or 2 out of the carry. Gordon Ginniston in on the stop.
Short gain on the play.
It's a freshman for these Admirals of Bayside.
36-yard line.
Brings up a 3rd down and 8. Football at the 36-yard line. Playoffs start a week from tonight. That is Shaq. I make that McCovery.
Pass completed, number 24, Jalen McCovery.
Out of the 40-yard line. The football
4
will
yard
lie
gain
there
on
on
the
a
play.
4th down and 4. Onto the field to
Brings up
punt it
4th down and
away
4 at the
is
40-yard line.
Eliahan. Looks like it is Wills Norton, if I am seeing the numbers correctly from the side. And it is Wills Norton. Back to receive, stands at the 36. The remaining question mark is, can Bayside register the shutout? Got a penalty flag on a roughing the kicker call. Norton going to be brought down at the 39, but this one will come back.
Punt return by number 10, Wills Norton. Brought down by number 4, TJ Merritt.
The penalty yardage will be enough for the first. There is a roughing the kicker.
First down for the
It
Admirals
is charged
at the 37-yard
to
line.
Bayside. So I think we're going to see the offense trot back onto the field for the Eagles. I mean, you don't have a roughing the kicker penalty assessed.
There's a penalty against the Admirals, roughing the kicker.
Or after the fact.
Gives the Eagles a first down.
So it is a first down for the Eagles at the 45 of Bayside. And Bayside had their offense walking onto the field, and now
Timeout on the field.
Bayside will have to take a timeout to get the right personnel onto the turf at the 7:52 mark. Bayside less than 8 minutes away from an 8-2 regular season mark. Dunn, Uter, Kane, and Tate all accounting for the scoring. Cunningham with the extra point kicks. And a 35-zip lead for Bayside. Go Damien from Diamond, your sister. Love you. Thank you very much, Diamond. I know we're out of the third quarter, but since we get to make the rules, we get to break the rules, right? And Diamond, thank you for checking in. Hopping off sides and creating contact.
Offsides against Bayside.
That is Denniston again, the freshman.
First down and 5.
And I'm saying again, he was in on
That's
a
a
stop.
40-yard
We're
line.
not in on a penalty, but well, he's popping his head going, why did I do that? 5-yard mark off, first down and 5. Handoff given to Milner, and Milner inside the 35 makes his way to the 32.
Number 9, Cooper Milner, the ball carrier for the Eagles.
Well, as I mentioned, in the history of Bayside Academy
Picks up
football, there have been
picks up the Eagle first
17
down
defensive
to the 34-yard line.
shutouts. Bayside 7 minutes 21 seconds away from the 18th, but the Eagles getting a little closer. Milner down to the 30. Picks up 4, second and 6.
On the carry for the Eagle. Brought down by number 19.
Again, a reminder, the game is archived at its conclusion, available on our subscription channel. Just go to the website, click on the menu bar, top right corner.
Yeah, second down from the 31-yard line.
Follow it down to Bayside Academy. Follow the prompts, and then there's, okay, a little tiny price. And that will give you access to everything Bayside Academy related during the course of the year. 2nd and 6, Milner again on the carry. Drops the football. Who's got it? Bayside says they do. And the officials say they do as well.
Milner, the carry for the Eagles.
4th turnover of the night.
Covered by number 62, Will Easterling for the Admirals.
Will Easterling coming up with a fumble recovery. The senior.
First down after the turnover.
3 picks and a fumble recovery.
33-yard line.
And Bayside's offense will trot back onto the field. Let's see who they bring out. Looks like Sammy Dunn is still there in the middle of that huddle. So with 6.5 minutes left in the regular season, Sammy Dunn and company will trot back onto the field. Damian Tate in the backfield. Got Tate Moore still out there. Thomas Cunningham as well. And it's Cunningham who will be in the backfield on a 1st down and 10. Play clock at 5. Fake to Cunningham. Dunn to pass. Over to Cunningham. Makes the catch at the 33 and makes his way near the 40. For a gain of 8.
Number 9, Kate Lyons on the reception.
The officials will keep the clock running.
Pick up of 7 yards.
And we'll roll towards the 6-minute mark.
At the 40-yard line.
And you got to believe now, Admirals would like to see that play clock tick into single digits. And that's what Coach Trotter is doing. He's looking at the play clock and then indicating to Sammy Dunn on the turf as to when to snap the football, and he does with 3 on the play clock. Toss goes to Tate. Tate's got some running room midfield. Makes his way down to the 44, where it is 1st down and 10 Bayside. Stays inbounds and keeps the clock running.
Damian Tate on the reception for the Admirals. Brought down by number 72, Spencer Meeks.
Highest output of the year for Bayside was a 41-19 win over Wilcox Central. They scored 30-plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times this year. This being the 7th. First and 10 at the 44. Down again to pass. And he'll be dropped. Drop the football. And it looks like the Eagles have got it at the 38. And indeed they do. Dunn sack, fumbles, and it is recovered by Blake Shaw.
72, Spencer Meeks.
And the Eagles with the football at the 38.
Fumble recovered by
Bayside wins over Alberta, Pike Lim, St. Michael's, Wilcox Central,
38-yard line.
Orange Beach, Escambia County, Satsuma. And in 5 minutes, Alabama Christian losses to Jackson and T.R. Miller. First and 10. Snipes has taken every snap at QB. Give goes to Milner. And Milner will be stood up at the 33. Gain of 7 brings up a 2nd and short.
Cooper Milner, the ball carrier for the Eagles. Picks up a gain of 5 on the play. Be 2nd down and 5.
1 road loss and 1 home loss this year. 4-1 at Freedom Field, away from the Freedom Field 3-1. But looking to improve to 4-1 with the win tonight. 2nd down, long 3, short 4. Give again to Milner. And Milner stood up at the 31, a gain of 1.5 yards. It'll bring up a 3rd and short. Well, don't forget, we are an alternative source for sports
Short gain on the play.
here on JockJive. Tomorrow, volleyball from Mobile, baseball from Mississippi, football from Chicago, and basketball from Monroeville. All here on JockJive. And 2, subscribe to our YouTube channel, by the way. Tonight's game has been available on YouTube. And if you haven't already, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, all that stuff. That is Bowman on the reception. I'll make that Merritt.
For a first down.
And he will pick up first and get inside the red zone to the 19. Bayside with a lot of reserves, getting some playing time, some white jerseys. They might typically get some grass stains, but this is an artificial turf here at John Martin Stallings Field. First down and 10 at the 19. Hand off to Milner inside the 15 and brought down there. Gain of right at 5. And it'll bring up a second down and 5. Closer to a second and 6.
Picks up a gain of 4 yards.
Football is spotted at 15.
6.
Deepest penetration of the night for the Eagles, and it comes 3 minutes away from the final buzzer. Second down, 6. Football at the 15. Snipes, another give to Milner. Takes it to the outside, back up the middle, down to the 12. 3rd and 3. And it all comes after the sack of Sammy Dunn and the fumble by the Bayside quarterback. Eagles took over, first down and 10 at the 38. Obviously 4-down territory with a 3rd and 3 at the 12. Hand off to Milner, and he'll be dropped at the 10.
Cooper Milner, the ball carrier for the Eagles.
Bo Miller in on the stop, the freshman.
Fourth down and short.
Mentioned a number of
At the
New
10-yard line.
Jersey's got a John Ben Wilkinson, a freshman, in that defensive secondary. Got David Phillips, who came into the ball game when Drew Murphy left for a few plays back in. On a 4th down and 1. Bayside trying to put together a big defensive stand here and preserve the shutout. Milner, he's got the first. He's inside the 5. He's still pounding his way down to the 3. First and goal for the Eagles.
With the carry for the Eagles. Is the Eagles first down and goal at the 3-yard line.
So it is first and goal at the 3. And obviously Bayside not that concerned with their 18th shutout in school history. If they were, they'd probably have some of the starters back in. Got this one wrapped up. Starters will get the rest of the night off. And some of the youngsters getting some varsity playing time. Milner again on the carry. He'll make his way into the end zone from 3 yards out.
Cooper Milner on the 30-yard touchdown run for the Eagles.
And the Eagles, with 48 seconds left in the game, will get on the board. On a Milner 3-yard touchdown run. Extra point kick coming. Tyson Summers through the uprights.
Extra point by number 28,
And it's a
Tyson Summers is
35-7
good.
contest.
With 48 seconds left in the game.
Well, with 48
Bayside
seconds
35,
left,
Eagles
big thank you again to all the folks at
7.
Bayside Academy. 4 years now, we've been bringing you Bayside Academy football. A pleasure. Thank you, David Kane. Thank you, Jamie Ferguson. Thank you, sponsors like tonight, Gulf City Body and Trailer Works. All the folks throughout the course of the season that have made the coverage possible. Thank you very much. And again, we don't know exactly what postseason holds. Postseason, a little different animal. There's some pretty sizable broadcast rights fees administered, so we'll let you know during the course of the next 7 days. And if we're not there, we dang sure hope somebody will be so you can enjoy Bayside Academy football. 35-7 game, 48 seconds left to play. Scoring started at the 9:51 mark in the first stanza. Sammy Dunn with a 1-yard touchdown run. Then at the 5:40 mark in the first, Dunn found Uter on a 7-yard touchdown pass. Cunningham good on both extra points. And going into the second stanza, it was a 14-zip Bayside lead. 8:10 to play in the first half. Noah Kane picks off a Snipes pass, returns it 87 yards for a touchdown. Cunningham, the kick that's good. And it's 21-zip at the half. And I'm not sure that was planned, but Damian Tate puts his knee at the turf. At the 19 with 45 seconds left.
They'll have it first and 10.
That lead stretched to 28-zip when Damian Tate scored his first of 2 touchdowns in the second half. A 45-yarder at the 3:11 mark in the third. And then Tate at the 9:58 mark in the fourth added a 35-yarder. And again, Cunningham good on all extra point kicks. Turned it into a 35-zip lead. And just about 3 football seconds ago, Milner with a 3-yard touchdown run. Summers the extra point kick. And that's where we are now as Bayside goes into victory formation in a 35-7 contest. And boy, that was such an academic plan. You see players move, but apparently had a snap and a knee to the turf. And we'll do that one more time, and that should end the ball game. Clock rolling, players moving, heading to the sidelines. They'll meet at midfield. And Bayside, in the first year for Barrett Trotter, will go 8-2 in the regular season. Alabama Christian falling to 6-4.
Tonight's final score.
And there's your final.
35.
As Bayside knocks off Alabama Christian by a 35-7 final score. Again, thank you very much to Gulf City Body and Trailer Works, part of the Port City landscape since 1945, making coverage possible tonight. Thank you very much to Nathaniel McCall running the cameras. I'm Robert Williamson. Thanks for watching JockJive and Bayside Academy Football.